Stop playing games. Get this done. This agreement today, while averting an immediate crisis, ends in, I guess it's 45 days now. It's already moving down just before Thanksgiving. Quite frankly, I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of the brinksmanship. And so are the American people. I've been doing this, you all point out to me a long time. I've never quite seen a Republican Congress or any Congress act like this.
Meanwhile, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz says that he will try to oust Speaker Kevin McCarthy this week. Gaetz is planning to pursue the motion to vacate the Speaker after Democrats helped McCarthy pass the short-term spending bill. I spoke with House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Jason Smith about this yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures.
It's an absolute waste of time if he brings a motion to vacate. The only way a motion to vacate could be successful is if Matt Gaetz did exactly what he yells at Speaker McCarthy doing. That's the only way he can be successful, is if he has 200-plus Democrats. So basically, Gaetz is going to work with Nancy Pelosi, Hakeem Jeffries, and the rest of the Democrats in order to remove the Republican Speaker. And let me tell you, if you remove a Republican Speaker, that then puts the Democrats empowered. These investigations will be done and stalled.
Liz Peek, Mike Lee joining me. Liz, let's first take on Joe Biden, looking tough. He's trying to get tough, stop all the brinksmanship. I guess he had that speech written before they actually averted the shutdown.
I think that's probably right, Maria. Yeah, I think he is sick and tired, but what of, I'm not quite sure. Look, Maria, there is a really good reason why Republicans are making a point of trying to slow spending. Our spending is out of control. The government is now going to, within the next couple of years, be accounting for 44% of our entire economy. This is unsustainable. Everybody knows it. While Joe Biden's up there lying to the American people about cutting the deficit in the last fiscal year, the one just ended, was $2 trillion, twice what it was the year before. We can't afford that. As we look at interest payments taking an ever big part of our economy and our government budget, major programs are going to suffer and struggle. And this president is doing absolutely nothing about it. And also, by the way, not leading in any way the discussion on spending or budgets or anything else. Where has he been? He's been out fundraising on the West Coast. So give me a break that he is so frustrated. Guess what? The American people are frustrated, not with the Republicans in Congress who are trying to draw a line in the sand, but with this president.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And let's not forget, he waited months and months before even having a conversation with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy during the debt negotiations, Mike.
Yeah, Maria, Liz hit the nail on the head in that the spending is absolutely out of control, and I actually think the numbers are worse than she just described. The CBO said at the end of May they were expecting $1.5 trillion deficit. I think we're going to come in closer to $2.5 trillion because tax receipts are down 10% year over year. So we're not bringing in $5 trillion and spending $7 trillion. We're spending $7 trillion, but we're only bringing in $4.5 trillion. This is unbelievable. Nothing like this has ever happened in a time of expansion, and that means next year, without dramatic spending cuts, which we are clearly not going to get from this Congress, okay, we're going to be closer to a $3 trillion deficit, okay, which is just unbelievable. So every measure that Matt Gaetz and anyone else is taking to shut down the government is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and nobody believes Joe Biden's upset. We all know where the spending has been.